Shalom. I'd like to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who rule well. It's Shalom to you sincere, hopeful, elect brothers and sisters listening and learning, and to you brothers preaching and teaching this truth through the four corners of the earth. This is Brother Nathan, coming out of the GMS Indianapolis camp. Coming with a quick one through the spirit. This is from social media. You know, there's been things going around. You know, this Jake, little demon, all right, that was smashing his mother's car windows with rocks. You know, you can see in the picture with the steel shot to the left with that rock, you know, hurtling towards the vehicle. You know, appears to be single mother, father in the life. You know, as the story goes, you know, the same old, same old. You know, but this little demon got arrested, all right, for being disobedient to his mother, and went to a juvenile and got his ass beat the fuck up, as you see in the top right corner, man. All right, because just like in the law, it says, what's it? Honor thy father and thy mother. So you tearing her shit up, not listening, being rebellious, right? All right, the Lord judged them, man. Lucky the Lord didn't have them put to death, man, because that's what would happen in ancient Israel, man. You have to stone him for not listening, right? Take him to the elders and stone his ass. All right, like the scriptures say, rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, man. And we know the scriptures say what? Suffer not a wish to live, man. All right, so this little demon got beat the fuck up and humbled. And he's apologizing that top right, you know, picture. All right, now he's sorry, you know, and that's good, and he should be. All right, because he got the ass whooping that his mother should have did when he was younger. You know what I'm saying? And father, if he was able to be in the picture, I don't know the circumstances with it, but we know the curses, man. You know, we just don't got it like that on this side, man. Born in these effed up conditions, you know, by our oppressor Esau, even the so-called white man, man. Which the Lord put these curses upon us for disobedience. You know, so just like this Jake kid, hey, the Lord intervened, man. You know, and that's the times we're living in, these perilous last times. You know, it talks about being disobedient to parents. Let me get that real quick. Type in parents. Here. Yeah, this is it. This is 2 Timothy 3:1. This know also that in the last days, and we're in the last days, we're in the end days right now. All right, we know the last days started with Yahushua being put to death on the cross. Now we're at the end of the end, right? In the last days, perilous times shall come, right? NLT, let's get that real quick. 2 Timothy 3:1 NLT. You should know this, Timothy, that in the last days there will be very difficult times. NIV. But mark this, there will be terrible times in the last days. All right? And that's what's happening. And here's some attributes of the last days and what would be happening. Verse 2, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents. And that was the point right there, disobedient to parents. So, and we've been seeing these YNs, right? All right, going crazy all over America, living life like they're part of, you know, like they're playing Grand Theft Auto, like the video game, man. Doing whatever, just lawlessness. All right, because these GMO babies, they done raised on nothing but chemicals, you know, McDonald's, fast food, that's all they know, man. All right, so this is the result. A bunch of dysfunctional children that are going to grow up to be nothing but, you know, what they are already. You know what I'm saying? Because the system has totally failed. All right, and the so-called black woman, man, has done a terrible job, man. You know, because you know these, especially these new age parents, what they raising these children to be their friend. You know, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. See, and then those the main point was that disobedient to parents you know, and unthankful, because that's what they are, unthankful, man. You know. But hey, check this out though. This is stopped here. This is Galatians chapter 6 and verse 7. It says, "Be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap." Right. So you wanted to tear up your mother's windshield, and windshields to a car are expensive, man. They ain't no $20 fix. Nah, man. Sometimes it runs up $500, $600, a couple thousand. It just depends the setup. All right, especially with inflation, everything's going up. So yeah, there's high prices to repair something like that. And here it is destroying your mother's shit. You know? Something you're destroying something that you ride around in, get dropped off to do whatever, right? To the point it looks like it appears, you know, there's a video, like the mother, you know, is scared of her own son. You know, and it shouldn't be so. But that's just the lack of a man around, you know. And these young men are raised with their emotions, and no one's there to check them, you know. Until he got checked, when the Lord put the spirit of vengeance upon some of them other young men that were in juvenile, man, and beat the shit out of him because he thought he was big and bad, man. So he got what he got what he soweth. He soweth, and he reaped what? His ass beat. Like I said, lucky the Most High didn't put him to death, man. You know, but he apologized on the video, man, to his mother and stuff. You know, knocked some sense into him. You know, but these are the crazy times we're living in, man. You know, and people, and he was so comfortable doing that. You know, he's been getting away with all kinds of shit, man. We just seen all kinds of videos where these teenage boys, man, are you know, the mother takes the phone or something and they destroy the whole house. You know, straight crash out. All right, and look, we can apply this as Ecclesiastes 8 and 11, because sin's against an evil work, and that's an evil work to be disobedient to your parents, man. Okay, that's an evil work. That's not honoring thy father or thy mother, man. Not listening to them and then destroying their shit, man. Against an evil work is not executed speedily. Right, he wasn't ever disciplined, and he was getting away with terrorizing his own family, right? So guess what? He continued to do so. Therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. So he continued to do that evil, to do that wicked work against his own mother and destroy his shit. And like I said, who knows what else has happened? And of course, the mother is distraught, you know, that her son got beat up in the, he went to juvenile, and it was like foster care. Yeah, he got beat up in foster care. All right. Now the mother is outraged, but really she should be thankful because he was a fucking monster, man. He was a damn demon. You know? And you know, there's a twofold scripture that says, "And mistress women shall bring forth monsters." They bring forth, children with, missing limbs and weird ailments and shit like that. But also you can apply it to bringing forth these fucking GMO babies, man. All right, a teenager like this, a child, whatever, there ain't nothing he can do for Yahweh Shema Shai, but be wicked. All right. He's supposed to be the righteous, man. It says it's fully set him to do evil, right? So he thought he was going to get away with this and continue to live his life and intimidate his mother. Because like I said, a lot of these single mothers and stuff, they'll treat their sons like that's their man. You know what I'm saying? Start to submit to them, and or like I said, cater to their madness. Which, it's natural for the mother, to take care of the children. They see the best in you. Nobody gonna love you like, no one loves you like your mother loves you, right? In the worldly sense, we know Yahweh Shema Shai ultimately loves his creation more than anybody because he created us, right? So, You know, but hey, this is an example, man, of the Lord bringing forth judgment, man. You know, it was swift too. So that video went viral. And then the next one, he went viral again with him all lumped up like this. See? It don't even like the same. That's not. It don't even look like the same spirit. Like a whole different person now. Yep. Yeah, you see him, man. Look, straight demon. Now looking. Yeah, got humbled. You know, because you're exalting yourself, thinking you could do that to your own mother, destroy that shit and get away with it. Nah. So with that, this was a quick one. Just want to get in, get out. With that, I pray it's edifying to the elect, and I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, the great minister who rule well. Kwam Yasha Allah. Shalom.